Yo, 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 privileged people, privileged fam. It's your boy JoJo hitting you with another, breaking news episode of the Privilege Show. Listen, it's so breaking that I actually had to skip my haircut appointment today. So, don't judge me. What I'm about to talk about today is a little bit more important. This is for our music lovers out there. So make sure y'all stay tapped in. As a matter of fact, stay totally all the way tapped in to the end of this thing. So, let's get straight to it. After years of confusion, allegations, court battles, Blackground Records has finally released their entire catalogs of all of their artists' work. And I had to break it to you guys because this is big for our culture. It's big for us music lovers. I said this was for us music lovers. It's big for fans of a lot of people that we love, a lot of people that we love who've worked with the people that I'm about to talk about, et cetera, et cetera. So, more importantly, I got an alert across my desk today that Blackground Records took to their Instagram to release uh, some artist albums that we were wondering why they haven't been on streaming platforms in a while. And it's a pretty big deal for us. So, anyway, if the name Blackground doesn't ring a bell to you, we'll talk about it a little bit. Blackground Records was an American record label founded and owned by father and son duo Jomo and Barry Hankerson. The company was initially named Blackground Enterprises and was switched to Blackground Records in 2000, talking about 11 years ago. The label covered hip hop, R&B, rap, and pop, just to name a few. And we're going to talk about some of the artists next. Blackground artist lineup at the time included Barry Hankerson himself, JoJo, Rashad Houghton, Aaliyah, Timbaland, Magoo, and the two as the duo, both Timbaland and Magoo. They had some dope workout, by the way. I'm happy to hear that it's coming to streaming platforms. To continue that list of artists, we have R.Kelly, Genuine, Toni Braxton, Ashley Parker Angel, Tank, an artist named Smitty, Crystal Nicole, Cali Girls, Jeff Lewis, and an artist named Jay Lewis. So it looked like they had a pretty tight lineup. It looked like the artists was that they had were pretty solid. I listened to all of them at least. Their albums were in rotation at the time, which is why it's a big thing for me and why I know it's a big thing for probably some of y'all. So with that being said, it looked like they were a pretty tight-knit camp, thinking about it, about what was planned, thinking about some of the artists I just named. Yes, I did say Aaliyah and R.Kelly were on the same label. That's another day. We could talk about that. There's many videos out there already covering those things. That's not what this is about today. Today is more of a celebration, breaking news celebration that we got some of our old artists or current artists still, but some of their music was able to be uh, released the proper way. So I don't know what prompted Blackground or Barry and Jomo to actually release the music after all this time, but it's a pretty big deal. And we're going to talk about some of the albums that are part of this whole re-release situation. So, in my opinion, before we jump off of that, Blackground Records was head and head, neck and neck with Bad Boy Records. I mean, obviously, we all know Bad Boy Records for Mary J. Blige, Faith Evans, Diddy, Notorious B.I.G. Uh, Black Rob, Craig Mack. I had to keep it going because I know my music. That's one thing I do know, and that's what this is about. So Blackground, I want to say background, but Blackground has been caught up in some nasty drama over the years, and that's out on the web too. Y'all can research that. We could talk about it another day, argue about it another day. Right now, we're going to talk about some of the drama that Blackground Records has been caught up in over the years, and let's quickly discuss the timeline of the drama and some of the events and why this whole thing is even a big deal anyway. So, quickly, starting with Jomo Hankerson. He actually introduced R. Kelly to Aaliyah.
I found Leah. As a matter of fact, Barry Hankerson, my manager, who's her uncle, told me to go up to Detroit and hear her sing. Once I got up to Detroit, I didn't have to hear her sing because she was glowing. I knew she had it. As soon as she started singing, that verified it. And from there, we became here. and everything is all good.
Is Aaliyah your real name?
Aaliyah is my real name.
or vice versa. R. Kelly was signed to the label Blackground at the time, and yeah, scour the web for that story somewhere else. Moving forward, JoJo the artist, a little too late, get out artist JoJo. She sued the label Blackground for allegedly failing to pay producers and vendors that she worked with, thus harming her reputation as an artist, as well as allegedly hijacking her music. So, on the Privilege Show, we say allegedly because we just report the news, we don't make it up. And yeah, so what I do know is that JoJo did go into the studio a couple of years ago, might even be a few years at this point, but she did go back into the studio to re-record a couple of those albums. I know she re-recorded the one with Little Too Late, and yeah, I think it was the first two or three albums. Y'all let us know in the comments. Let us know on Instagram, post, whichever. Stay connected. Instagram at The Privilege Show. So that was the deal with JoJo. Moving on. Up until today, our queen, our baby girl, Aaliyah, we wondered why we haven't been able to find her music anywhere outside of YouTube and, platforms that are, remixing it and things like that. And it's because it's been held up by Blackground Records and by the label for reasons that we don't know about. So, again,
Aaliyah and other artists on our catalog. There's been a lot of changes in the music business since we took the music off the market. So we want to be sure to be with the right people, the right executives, and to give ourselves the right time to do different things. When you add all that up, it was a couple of years before we could even really consider putting the music.
So, again, you guys can decipher this yourselves, but it sounds like what JoJo went through with her music not being able to be released and what she referred to as hijacking sounds like that might have been what was happening to Aaliyah, and she's not here to defend any of that. And it doesn't look like the family has done. I don't know what they've done, but in my opinion, from the media sources that we've seen thus far, it doesn't look like much has been done to get it out. Um, yo, we just named a few artists. Let's just jump into the whole list, right? I'm not here to waste y'all time. I just want to let y'all know what it is. So, a list of albums and artists that have been held up by Blackground Records over the years. Aaliyah, her whole catalog, One in a Million in 1996, dope, dope album. Timbaland and Magoo, Welcome to Our World in 1997, dope, dope album. Actually included the track Up Jumps a Boogie, featuring Missy Elliott. Yeah, it was a dope video too. Another Timbaland album, Life from the Basement, 1998. Been on hold for a long time. The Romeo Must Die soundtrack, the year 2000. I don't know if that has anything to do with Blackground, but it's on hold, and from the looks of it, it may. Tank, Force of Nature, his very first album dropped in 2001. And when I say it was a hot summer, it was a hot summer. What I do know about Tank, from Detroit, Michigan, the Midwest area. As you guys know, I'm from Chicago. If you don't know, yep, the shy town. Tank's first album was very, very dope. Maybe I Deserve, Slowly, all that good shit. Yeah, anyway, that's on hold. It's been on hold. Aaliyah's Aaliyah album, her last final album that was released prior to her death in 2001. Rock the Boat, Try Again, all that good stuff. It's been on hold. If you look for it right now on Spotify, Apple, any of that, you're not gonna find it. Timbaland and Magoo, Indecent Proposal album, 2001. Very, very good album. They had a couple tracks. One was in the You Got Served movie, 2004 movie, You Got Served, which featured Fat Man Scoop. That was a dope hit. It's called Drop. Looking forward to hearing that soon. Tank's One Man album, released in 2002. Cake and Ice Cream is the song that I remember from there very, very vividly. Great album as well as One Man, the title of the album. So yeah, that album's been a whole. Aaliyah's I Care For You, which was kind of a release and a tribute to her untimely death. It's considered Aaliyah album has been on hold. So Timbaland Magoo's Under Construction Part 2, 2003. Yo. Uh, JoJo's album, Toni Braxton's Libra 2005 albums, Aaliyah's Ultimate album, JoJo's The High Road album in 2006, Ashley Parker Angel's Soundtrack to Life album 2006, Hanks, Sex, Love, and Pain in 2007, great album as well, featured Please Don't Go. Uh, yeah, list goes on. So to take you guys over to their Instagram and wrap this thing on up and, you know, really get to the reasoning. Aaliyah, yeah, all the albums that I just named are gonna be re-released. The Exit Wounds soundtrack as well. They have that Aaliyah's compilations. And under the post, these were posted about 3 hours ago. Today is August. Apple Watch that. Today is August 5th, 2021. And 3 hours ago, Blackground Records 2.0 on Instagram said, we gonna show you how to party and put a winky smile, smiley face, wink eye. Aaliyah's music will be officially available on all major digital streaming platforms and physical albums. Link is in the bio. Aaliyah's coming. Looks like they have on 8/20, September 20th. We can look forward to Aaliyah's One in a Million album on, excuse me, August 20th, 2000, this month. We can expect Aaliyah's One in a Million album to be available on all streaming platforms on September 10th. One day before 9/11, we can expect the Aaliyah album. On 10/8, October 8th, we can expect I Care For You plus the Ultimate Aaliyah compilation album. So looks like we got some pretty good, dope stuff coming from our girl. And again, thank you for finally releasing it after all these years. We've been waiting. Timbaland and Magoo, all of their collection on August 27th. These Timbaland and Magoo albums will be available on all major digital streaming platforms. Link in the bio. Timbaland and Magoo, Welcome to Our World, Indecent Proposal, Tim Bio, and Under Construction album. Romeo Must Die soundtrack and Exit Wound soundtracks will be available on September 3rd, 2021. Tank's full collection, Force of Nature, One Man, and Sex, Love, and Pain will be available on all major streaming platforms September 17th. They quoted, the link is in the bio. Make sure y'all stream all these dope artists that we've been waiting on. Freedom. This is the year of freedom. Free Britney, by the way. JoJo's original studio albums, JoJo and The High Road, will be available on all major platforms September 24th. Save the link. Ashley Parker, not familiar with, but happy to hear that this man is winning with his re-release of his album Soundtrack to Your Life on 9/24/21. And finally, Toni Braxton, the icon, beautiful, the timeless, the songbird Toni Braxton's Libra album is going to be re-released on October 1st, 2021. Blackground's website is blackgroundrecords.net if y'all want to check this out. But yo, in the meantime, I hope y'all as happy as I am, and let's stream these albums. Let's get it going. You know, it's been a long time, and music has been in a funny place lately. So anyway, thank y'all for joining. I'm waiting to get back in the room in the studio on the live with my co-host Cecily and Isaac, which will be coming to y'all very, very soon. We're preparing a dope season 4 for you guys. Yeah, so make sure y'all stay tuned. If you haven't already, download the free HausHill Entertainment app for iOS and Google Play devices. It's totally free, 99. And yeah, check out HausHillEntertainment.com for other amazing storytellers, podcasts, and shows, and all of that great stuff. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you're checking us out on YouTube, click the thumbs up, click the subscribe button, do us the favor, share the episode. Talk to y'all soon. Peace.